More on the change at a website that's on ours. On the same day, President Obama plans to address the nation on the Gulf oil spill. A new field research station in Bozeman begins exploring viable alternatives to petroleum. The news station's Dan Boyce with more on the oil-producing plant, Camelina.
I'm hopeful that frankly, that people recognize there are alternatives to petroleum.
Scott Johnson is the GM and president of Sustainable Oils, the Seattle-based company operating this new research facility. The company works with producing more efficient strains of camelina.
It is a crop that complements other production, but fits in around food production or in more marginal areas.
It works well in arid climates like the plains of Montana and North Dakota, and camelina's potential is making it more popular with local growers.
We're up about 35% more acres in Montana this year than we had last year.
This little seed is a multitasker. It produces a biofuel Johnson says is chemically identical to petroleum, with much less of a carbon footprint. And then a byproduct of making the oil, animal feed that can be given to chickens, pigs, and livestock. Johnson says for biofuel companies to be successful, they need to find these ways to work with infrastructure and machinery that's already present.
And by doing so, we're entering into a supply chain that already exists, and we don't have to create anything new.
And that's a supply chain that's short a few barrels right now. In Bozeman, I'm Dan Boyce for Montana's news station.
About 80% Sustainable Oils crop this year has already been sold to the U.S. military for aviation fuel. The County Commission grants the Gallatin Valley Land Trust preliminary approval